We've been talking a lot about the heavyweights and a lot of the legends who were up here. And what Affliction did is they went out and they got the most popular fighters in the world, guys who have been fighting recently, guys who haven't been fighting recently. They gave them a home. They gave them a home to put them out there in the spotlight. And one of those guys is an Olympic silver medalist sitting at the end there. They call him the Law. And they used to call him the Law for a different reason, but now we're going to call him the Law for a whole new reason. Because was it yesterday? Tuesday? What's today? Today's Thursday? Well, this week, he'll tell you about it. Matt Lindland, Olympic silver medalist. He won a seat in the, hey, there you go. That's the future of this country. He won a seat in what, the House of Representatives? Is that what it is?
Whoever didn't put up a rail up there, you're fired. All right.
You can sue him. Yeah,
no, we're not going to do that. Donald gave us a nice facility here to use, but they didn't get a rail up, so they're. Anyways, yeah, I am so excited to be a part of Affliction. I'm actually just excited to get back in the ring. It's been since April since I was in the ring, and I fought this guy right here, and I don't know what I was thinking, moving up 2 weight classes and going up to heavyweight. But it was an honor to get in the ring and test myself against someone of Fedor's caliber. And the guy almost tore my arm off, and then he sees me afterwards. He goes, "Are you okay? I hope you're okay. I didn't hurt you." I was like, if I had your arm like that, I would have taken it home back to America with me, buddy. Don't. But super great gentleman, super fighter. All these guys. What an honor to be on this card with guys like Josh Barnett. When I first started fighting, I mean, I came from a wrestling background. I got to go up to Olympia and see how amazing Josh was. And he ripped my legs off and my arms off and my neck. Everything you can get a hold of, he tore on it. And Babalu and Pedro, I mean, this guy and Randy, I mean, this is a great card. I'm excited to be a part of this, and it's an honor for me to be this caliber of a fighter to where I can fight with these guys. And I love fighting in this kind of arena so much more than the political arena, because at least, like Josh said, you can look across the ring, you know who your opponent is, you can see them, they're not behind your back, and they're not somebody that you don't know who, you think they're not your enemy. I know who my opponent is. I'm looking at him in the face when I get in that ring. But yes, Tuesday I did win the Republican nomination for the House District 52 in Oregon, and so I was excited about that. Hopefully we can make some changes all across the state of Oregon and maybe down the road in the U.S. But thanks for having me, Tom. Thanks for everybody for putting this together. Fox for being involved. Donald Trump for hosting it. Appreciate it.
Lindland for president, is that what you said? I want to see that background check.
We are here with Matt Lindland, who will be returning to action in the United States July 19th on the Affliction card. Congratulations on your recent victory, the Republican primary. You're one person I know who, if elected, will vote to support mixed martial arts in the various legislatures, and that's something.
I battled to get it legalized in our state and viable. We also got to fix some problems though, even with MMA in our state. You know, we're a little overregulated and we pay too much to the state of Oregon for allowing us to run our business.
You know, Oregon, the school at Oregon recently closed its wrestling program down. Arizona State, just incredibly a national champion team. It produced so many great wrestlers. Dan Henderson, who you work with, and so many others. They're closing that down. Do you think if you get elected, you'll be in any position to do something about that, since many of those are state schools that are closing these programs?
Yeah, they are state schools, but right now the problem we got is a well-intentioned Title IX bill that I think is really hurting us. I think there's a lot of things that are put into place by the liberals that are thinking, this just makes sense, it's a good idea, but they don't look at the long-term repercussions, and we're starting to see some of the long-term repercussions of that Title IX now.
Title IX, by the way, was signed by that liberal president Richard Nixon, by the way, so just point that out. Well, it's been misapplied, I agree.
It's definitely been misapplied. I think it was a well-intentioned bill, but the way it's been applied, and we're seeing the long-term effects of it in sports like wrestling and other men's sports.
Now, tell us about this fight on July 19th. This will be mixed martial arts in California at Anaheim. Your opponent, Nagao Nascimento, is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu fighter. He's looking to look at you as a wrestler to try and secure a submission. How do you see this fight going?
I think I see it going my way, as I do every fight. I go in with pretty positive outlook on fights. I'm just going to go in there and train, do what I do best. Take the fight kind of where I want it to go.
Do you know much about him as an opponent? He's a BJJ guy, but do you know much about him other than his BJJ background?
I probably know about as much as you do or any of the other fans out there. He's a submission expert, and he's been training his stand-up. I'm sure he's been working on his wrestling. I mean, that's what everybody's doing.
Right.
You come in with some kind of a base, and you start adding the other stuff to it.
Now, how do you make up for ring rust? We know the other kind of politics, the MMA politics, have kept you out of action for a long time, particularly with what the UFC is doing. And it's absurd to me, but they do numerous absurd things why they didn't, grab you right up. But you haven't been as active, I know, as you wanted to be. How is that going to affect?
Well, yeah, I mean, they would love to fight more often, more frequently. I've always said that. The problem was I honored my contract with Bodog, and they chose not to honor their end of the deal with me. So that kept me out of the ring for a while. But I don't feel like there's any ring rust. I mean, I train all the time. I'm in great shape. I'm just going to continue to focus and plan on peak for a fight, for an event.
Okay, tell us what we can expect. Are you going to be more active in the next couple of years, you think?
I'm going to be as active as I can possibly get. The only thing that's precluded me from being active is the organizations that I've either not been signed with or have signed with that are keeping me from getting in the ring. I would fight every 2 or 3 months. That's what I do. I'm a fighter. I love to compete, and the more often I get in the ring, the more money I make. So, I like getting inside the ropes and competing.
You've also still coaching a lot of guys in the IFL. You still have a camp there, and you've been running shows in Oregon. Do you see more local shows going on? Because you understand they've been pretty successful.
Our local show, Sport Fight, is becoming a national show with the help of HDNet televising us. We've also got a big following on our Comcast Sportsnet, which is all over the state of Oregon. And our arena, our ticket sales, our live event continue to grow with the caliber of our cards that we keep putting on. So, yeah, we're just going to keep plugging away and doing what we do.
Great. And Ryan Schultz, who had just had a really exciting victory this past week in IFL, 5-round decision. You were there for that. Tell us your reaction, because it looked like the earlier part of the fight was going the way of Davidas Turasevich.
Yeah, Ryan Schultz probably had one of his best performances I've seen him have. He came back from some adversity. He lost the first 2 rounds on all judges' cards. And I didn't see which ones, but those are the only 2 I could figure, because he definitely came back and stormed the last 3 rounds and dominated at the end of the fight, which leaves a good impression in every judge's mind at the end who won that fight. And I thought he did a phenomenal job at the IFL.
All right. Do you want to make any prediction for July 19th?
Do I want to make it? I'm going to show up, and there's going to be somebody standing across from me. That's my biggest prediction, because that hasn't happened in over a year. So I haven't gotten inside the ropes and somebody been on the other side of the ring, and that's all I'm looking forward to, is somebody being there.
Are you going to like it better in a ring than a cage?
Ring, cage, it doesn't matter. It's all the same.
All right. Do you have a website, a way people can check you out?
You can always go to tqmma.com, and that's Team Quest MMA, and you can get a hold of me there or check us out. I've got Dirty Boxer that's coming out, and sportfight.tv, so you can check out all those sites.